And that's where God's going to just keep on using her. No, not everybody can sing, so don't. And probably not everybody can do this, so don't do it. Not everybody can be a bus driver. Believe me. Try driving your car with 6 kids in the back seat of your van, going 2 hours. That's a ride. Now try doing it in a bus with 64 kids. There's 3 of them that just don't listen at all. On the 40 freeway, and the 5-year-old gets up and goes down the aisle to pick up her ball from the roll. Things happen. But yeah, not everybody can do it, so don't be a preschool teacher if you don't like little kids. But let God mold you and use you. I haven't thrown for quite a few years. That's why I didn't get a huge big piece this time. It's been years since I've thrown. Pottery doesn't make much money. It's fun, but if you can think of all the things in your house out of pottery, most people will think of name something. Name something in your own personal house. It's ceramic.
Bowl. Strainer. Bowl.
Flower vase.
A vase? What did you say?
I have a strainer and a bowl.
A strainer. Anything else? The toilet. Everybody's got one. And yes, it is ceramic. And it's probably one piece. More than likely it's a mold. And it was put through a big kiln. They go on like a conveyor belt in and then out again. But yeah, that's something else. And how about something ceramic that got you to this church this morning? You know, don't say it. Okay, they can't say it. What is it? What is it? Your car has it. Pastor Bill, you know what your car has. It's ceramic. What is it?
The spark plug.
Brakes, ceramic brakes?
No, it's spark
The
plugs.
spark plugs.
Spark plugs. The spark plugs are ceramic. So ceramics are really good. It's not just for the fun. They're in your car to keep your car going. Oh yeah, that's right. Say it.
We're talking about pottery, making money of pottery. Maria Martinez, he was a famous potter. Pueblo, one of her pots sold for $10,000, one pot.
After she died.
Yeah.
I have one of her daughter's pieces. Yeah, that's funny. What time is it? Are we running out of time? Okay, we're good. Don't worry about the time. Okay. There we go, we're good. But we're not done yet. Only the beginning. After you're made and you're beautiful, and then you get fired up 3 times. These are greenware because they're green. So that would be probably all of us Christians. We're still green because we're not done, right? If we're done, that's good. But I don't think we're done. Even pastors, we're not done yet. God's still pulling out some junk, still molding us. And if you're allowing Him to use you, He's giving you a message to help us. So it's all one body. And I come over here to show you the body. Here's the body. It was fired one time because it was greenware. So it was fired one time. Then it was fired again to be bisque, which is one time you fire. The Mexican pots that you get to put your planters cancers in. They're like terracotta or red. They don't have glaze on them. That's fired one time. If you leave them out in the rain, filled with water, a lot of times they start deteriorating after 20 years, whatever. They start falling apart because they've only been fired once. Then you fire them another time, that's been fired another time, and you put the clear glaze on it. And then that's pretty much God's got you, man. You're good. You know, you're not a pillar anymore. You're good. You're fired. You got glaze. You're looking good, and you're out there sharing the gospel. But then He gets a few of us, and He puts gold on you. Now, why He puts that gold on some and not all? Who knows? Why some of us are sick and some don't get sick? Who knows? Why some get delivered instantly and some take a while? Who knows? How come some die of cancer and they were Christians and everybody's praying on them? We don't understand that. But God puts gold on some of us. But if God fills us up and makes you good, like this clock, you're good. You got the gold, man. You're styling, but you don't have any hands. God's not using you. You're looking good sitting in the chair because you're not allowing God to use you. You got to put the clock inside here, which would cost, I don't know, $6. You put the clock inside here, and you get your arms moving. But if you don't put that in there, this is useless. It's what is the clanging, the scripture, the clanging bell. You're useless. This clock is useless. Just because you're fired up, just because you've been to church, just because you come not only on Christmas, but you're here all the time, daily. Me and him come all the time. We're here all the time. But are we being used? Are we allowing God to use us to our fullest? I got the gold now, man. I can sit in the front seat. I'm good. You know, I get my tithes, my offerings, man. I pray, I fast. I'm good. But is God using you? If you don't have the gold, you don't have your hands, and give your hands surrendered to God, you're not being used to your fullest. It's going to go to heaven, but you're not being used. Let God use you. Okay, pretend I stick you up. I'm a bank robber. Okay, I'm a bank robber. See this handsome man on here? I'm about to be. Okay, I stuck him up. Okay, that's what God wants us to do. What is He doing? I got a gun in my hand. He's surrendering. He's surrendering it all. He's going to take my money, take everything, because He doesn't want me to kill him. He's surrendered. When we're in church, you put it down. I'm not giving it. When we're in church, surrender. When you're in bed at night, surrender. Not just like, I love you, Lord, that's it, thank you, it's good. No, surrender. Surrender means there's a gun to your head, and you really give it all. If you hold back that tiny little bit, that's going to keep you down. It will. It'll keep you down. That little tiny bit that you just ignore it. It's going to keep you down. That little bit of something that happened years ago and you didn't let it go because that was really bad. You know what? They're going to go to hell. That's really bad. I'm never going to talk to them again. God didn't do that to us. Don't do it to somebody else. Surrender. Forget it. If you surrender and you never see them again, great. When you surrender, when you forgive somebody, you ask somebody for forgiveness. I forgive you, my love. I forgive you so much. I forgive you. But I'm not going to bring them to dinner, and I'm not going to let them come home with me. Surrender doesn't mean you have to bring them into your life. Surrender means it's out of you now. It's up to you. When I surrender and I gave it all to God, now I let God move in and do whatever He wanted to me. And when you surrender, you're surrendering your all. If you hold back on that one little thing, this is how it was explained by one pastor that I listened to, and I was reading her book. She says that why you've been delivered for years been delivered, and then a tragedy happens in your family, a bad tragedy. Maybe your spouse died or something really bad, and you went back to drinking. She says then you really weren't totally delivered. Even it's been 20 years because you had that little piece inside you that you didn't surrender. So when your life fell apart, you went back to what you felt can help you. If you surrender all and your life falls apart, you're going to go back to what can help you. And that's the Lord. You got to go back to the Lord. And Don't take this lightly. Daily, ask God to forgive you because I don't care who you are. We all fall short every day. Every day. Surrender all and ask God to forgive you, all of you, and ask God into your heart. And with that, that's it.
One important scripture, you'll know the truth, and the truth will set you free. I just would ask us to start asking the Lord for truth. We want to know the truth, and we want all the truth, everything that God has for us, everything in Scripture.